Chapter 16, The Assault of the Equally Evil Lunchroom Zombie Nerds. George and Hal had barely caught their breath when Captain Underpants finally showed up. "Hello," he said. "I'm here to fight for truth, justice, and all this British-American company. Where were you back in Chapter 15 when we needed you?" asked George. "I was at the shoe store ordering a cheeseburger," said Captain Underpants. While our three heroes were talking, nobody noticed that Zork's Clax and Jennifer had slithered away. The wounded space guys approached the lunchroom loudspeakers and called for their evil zombie nerds. "Zombie nerds," instructed Jennifer, "destroy Captain Underpants and his little friends too!" Soon every evil zombie nerd in the entire school put down their Omni magazines and headed for the cafeteria. "Must destroy Underpants," they groaned. "Must destroy Underpants." Suddenly, our three heroes were surrounded by evil, vicious zombie nerds. Closer and closer they came. "Oh no!" cried George. "What do we do now?" "To the underwear cave!" shouted Captain Underpants. "There's no underwear cave," said Harold. "Really?" said Captain Underpants. "Well, let's just climb up that ladder instead." George, Hal, and Captain Underpants scurried up the ladder, and soon they were all on the roof. "Well, we're safe now," said Harold. "Yep," said George. "That's for sure," said Captain Underpants. Chapter 17. Oh yeah? It didn't take long before George, Hal, and Captain Underpants looked behind them. "Hey," said Harold, "what's that big spaceship thing doing on the roof of the school?" Someone finally said it. "And where did that super evil, rapidly growing dandelion come from?" asked Captain Underpants. George and Hal gasped. They looked at each other with the sudden panicked realization that only children who have accidentally created a giant mutated garden nuisance would know. Stammered George. "We have no idea how that happened." Yeah, said Harold. "Absolutely no idea at all." At that moment, the door to the roof swung open. George poked his evil head out and shouted, "We've got you now!" With no place else to run, our three heroes quickly scurried up the ladder of the big spaceship thing and closed the door behind them. And before we continue reading, I just want to note that if you buy a copy of this book, there's no text on this page. It means a very rare book. It may be a bit expensive. Anyway, inside the spaceship, George, Hal, and Captain Underpants discovered a refrigerator filled with strange juices. "Look," said George, "here's a carton of anti-evil zombie nerd juice. How convenient." "And look at this," said Harold, "a carton of ultra nasty self-destruct juice. Now this could come in handy." "And look what I found," said Captain Underpants, "a whole carton of extra strength super power juice." "And give me that," said George, snapping the carton out of Captain Underpants' hands. Chapter 18, Space Captives. Suddenly, the door of the spaceship swung open, and the three evil space guys slithered inside. "Stay away from the refrigerator!" screamed Jennifer. "And get to that jail cell!" George and Hal hid their juice cartons behind their backs, and our three heroes stepped quickly into the jail cell. Zork started up the engines, and the spaceship lifted off. It rose a few hundred feet in the air and hovered over the school. "You three puny Earthlings are very fortunate," said Jennifer. "You will get to witness the destruction of your plan for the safety of your jail cell. Afterward, you will have the honor of being our obedient space captives." "Oh man," said George and Hal. "Quickly, Clax," said Jennifer. "Give me a carton of extra strength give me a carton of super evil rapid growth juice from the refrigerator. We can pour it into our spray gun, and shower it upon our evil zombie nerds." I can't read. Chapter 19, The Big Switcheroo. Clax returned with a carton of super evil rapid growth juice and placed it on the control panel. "Soon," said Jennifer, "Earth will be ours!" The three aliens threw back their heads and laughed. Again. Suddenly, George got an idea. He whispered to Harold for a second or two, then he quietly reached through the bars of the jail cell and swiped Clax's carton of cerebral rapid growth juice. George carefully peeled the label off the carton and stuck it over the label of his ultra nasty self-destruct juice. While he was busy doing that, Harold reached through the bars and switched the labels of the spray gun and the fuel tank. Finally, George reached back through the bars and put his carton of ultra nasty self-destruct juice, which now read super evil rapid growth juice, on the control panel. "I don't get it," whispered Captain Underpants. "The fuel tank now says spray gun, and the spray gun now says fuel tank, and the rapid growth juice has been replaced with self-destruct juice. What's it all mean?" "You'll find out," said Harold sadly. When the three evil space guys had finished laughing triumphantly, Jennifer reached for the carton that read super evil rapid growth juice and poured it onto the nozzle of the red spray gun. "Oh, I get it," said Captain Underpants. "That space guy didn't pour growth juice into the spray gun. He poured self-destruct juice into the fuel tank." "Yeah," George said sadly. And that means the spaceship thing is going to explode into millions of pieces." "Right," said Harold gloomily. The spaceship began to sputter and shake as smoke billowed out of the control panels. Soon sparks were flying and ceiling tiles were falling. Captain Underpants smiled proudly because he had figured out George's plan, but his smile didn't last long. "Hey!" he cried. "Where in the spaceship thingy? What's going to happen to us?" "We have to sacrifice ourselves to save the world," said George. "I'm afraid we're not going to make it." Of course we'll make it, cried Captain Underpants. We got wedging power on our side. Chapter 20, The Great Escape. Captain Underpants grabbed a roll of toilet paper from the jail cell lavatory. We can swing to safety on this, he said. You can swing on toilet paper, said Harold. Sure I can, said Captain Underpants. I just did it on my last comic book. Captain Underpants opened the jail cell window and tossed the toilet paper into a tall tree below them. Come on, fellas, he said. Let's swing out of here before the spaceship explodes. That toilet paper won't hold you, said George. It's not strong enough. Sure it is, said Captain Underpants. It's 2-ply. George and Harold grabbed Captain Underpants' cane. Don't jump! They cried, but Captain Underpants wouldn't listen. He jumped out the window with George and Harold still clinging to his cane. Ah! They screamed as they fell to the ground and were killed instantly. Splat! Just kidding. Of course, the toilet paper could not support the weight of our three heroes, and for a moment, it looked like they were doomed. But suddenly, Captain Underpants' red polyester cape opened up like a parachute. George, Harold, and the waistband warrior floated down safely as the spaceship above them exploded. Kaboom! Hallelujah! Cried Harold. We're not gonna die! We're not gonna die! Said George. Maybe we are.